Okay, Maharaj, we can start now. We are live now.
Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krisai Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Chana Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pachari Nirvise Sasanya Vaidika Satyade Satyade Om Magyana Timirandasya Jnana Jana Salakaya Chakshura Militam Tasmi Sri Hari Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manodisam Savitam Jana Bhutale Swayam Rupakadam Tiswa Patam Tikam Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Jai Bhaita Gadadhara Siva Sadi Go Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Sri Isopanishad Ki Jai. Thank you very much, Salika Prabhu. Prabhu. Mataji. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak about this wonderful book, Sri Isopanishad. Upanishad is considered to be Shruti, the Veda, Shruti, the Veda. And originally there's one Veda, and seriously divided into four. Atharva, Yaju, Sama, and what is that? Okay, so yes, we have the Vedas, which yesterday divided according to time. People lose quality as time goes on. Out of his compassion, he started making it suitable for us. So, Upanishads, they are is scripture which help the practitioner to achieve liberation and bring the person close to the Lord. That is called Upanishad. Scriptures which help the practitioner to achieve liberation and bring the person close to the Lord. I call Upanishad. The word Upa means near. Ni means certain, sure, to loosen, to destroy, or attain. And that is Upanishad. That knowledge which loosen one from bondage with certainty, that destroy the ignorance concerning the Jiva's Swarupa, and which brings one close to the Lord is called Upanishad. I repeat, that knowledge which loosens one from bondage with certainty and destroy the ignorance concerning the Jiva Swarupa and brings one close to the Lord is called Upanishad. Upanishad is called Brahma Vidya. Brahma Vidya. And Rahasya Vidya. or the sacred knowledge imparted by the Guru to the disciple who realizes it in his heart. Upanishad is also called Brahma Vidya or Sahasya. Sahasya Vidya. Sahasya means something which is confidential, something which is secret. So it is the secret knowledge imparted by the Guru to the disciple who realizes it in his heart. It has been, she realized knowledge. As she realized knowledge. It's not the book knowledge, it is realized knowledge. And we have important 11 Upanishads, important one. There are 108. Out of that, we have 11 important ones. And here, of course, out of this 11, there is Gopal Tapani Upanishad, which is not mentioned among these 11. Gopal Tapani Upanishad is not mentioned here, but it is one of the auspicious Upanishad, Gopal Tapani Upanishad, and it's mostly quoted by many of the acharyas. So there are 108 altogether. And out of that, we're saying that 11 are most important. And we have Kena Upanishad. The screen is showing it. You can see Isha, Kena, Kata, Prashna, Mundaka, Mandukya, Titiri, Aitare, Yam, Chandogya, Brihad, Aranyakam, Tata, and Shweta Upanishad. It makes it 11. Isha Upanishad, Kena Upanishad, Kata Upanishad, Prashna, Mundaka Upanishad, Mundukya, Titiri, Aitareyam, Chandogya, Briharanyakam, Tata, and Shweta Upanishad. Shweta is very popular, it's famous among all this. And most of our charity, they quote a lot from this one. So we have this 11 important. Most of our acharyas, they give a commentaries. Sankaracharya wrote commentaries on all 11. Sankaracharya. Madhvacharya wrote also all 11 Upanishads. Baladev Bhusna wrote on 10. But unfortunately, except the one on Isopanishad, none can be found at present. None of the commentary can be found at present. And our property gave commentary on these 3 Isopanishad. So Srila Vyasadeva, after writing all the scriptures for the benefit of the jivas, wrote the Bhagavatam to explain the meaning of the Vedanta Sutra, Mahabharata, Gayatri Mantras, and the Vedas. Srimad Bhagavatam is worshipped as a crown jewel of all the scriptures. Bhagavatam contains the essence of Sruti, Smriti, and Nyaya Prastanas. So the head of the Vedas is
Yeah,
Upanishad,
Zoom meeting.
because they are the final conclusion of the Vedas, and those are called Vedanta. Introduction, Srila Prabhupada gave a very long introduction to this Isopanishad. Can you hear me?
Yes, Maharaj.
Okay.
We can hear you.
Okay, so the teachings of the Vedas. Prabhupada gave an introduction. A lecture was given in London, England, October 6, 1969, at Coe Hall. Prabhupada says the Vedas, and he explained, what are the Vedas? Vedas means knowledge. This is in paragraph 1. The first
Or
paragraph.
Should I share it on screen? Should I share it on screen?
Yes. Okay, you can put it.
Hare
So we
Krishna, Prabhu, Sarika Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisances. I can't, my audio is off. I can't hear what is ongoing.
We can hear you. If that is your set, you should check your set. We can hear you. Your voice is clearly heard. So if you are not hearing, check your system. Maybe you off it and on it back, come and join again. But we can hear you. Maharaj, go on, please.
Yes, so we have look at the purpose teaching introduction. We put it in 3 categories, A, B, and C. We properly explain what are the Vedas. It's a proper explain why we need to accept it. He explained how to get it. And he explained also the aim and the history of the Vedas. What are the Vedas? This is in first paragraph. Ladies and gentlemen, today's subject matter is the teachings of the Vedas. What are the Vedas? A Sanskrit verbal root of Veda can be interpreted variously, but the purport is finally one. Veda means knowledge. Any knowledge you accept is Veda, for the teachings of the Vedas are the original knowledge. In the conditioned state, our knowledge is subjected to many deficiencies. The difference between a conditioned soul and a liberated soul is that the conditioned soul has 4 kinds of defects. The first defect is that he must commit mistakes. For example, in our country, Mahatma Gandhi was considered to be a very great personality. But he committed many mistakes. Even at the last stage of his life, his assistant warned Mahatma Gandhi, don't go to the New Delhi meeting. I have some friends and I have heard there is danger. But he did not hear. He persisted in going and was killed. Even great personalities like Mahatma Gandhi, President Kennedy, there are so many of them make mistakes. So err is human. This is one defect for the conditioned soul. Another defect could be illusion. Illusion means to accept something which is not. Maya. Maya means what is not. Everyone is accepting the body as a self. If I ask you, what are you? You will say, I am Mr. John. I am a rich man. I am this. I am that. All these are bodily identifications. We are not this body. This is illusion. That is true. When one said, I am Mr. John, I'm a rich man, I'm a lawyer, I'm a professor, I'm an engineer, I'm a businessman, in black and white. We are simply describing the things which we do. And the material conditions that we are in, which is really different from the self. We have not seen someone who say, I shed, I house, I car. Of course, today we have iPhone, we have iPad. Maybe 2050 or 2000, we get somebody who will say, I have, because I have iPad. We get somebody who will say, I house, or I town. Because I have iPad. So in the future, you may get also iHouse, iCountry. Whatever, if we have iHouse or iPad or iCar or iPhone or iTown, it is just external activities or our mundane situation that we are describing. What we really are is not known. So it is illusion. It is illusion because it's not real. So if one says I house, if the house is broken down, what will happen to the I house? If the house is broken down, or I car, the car is destroyed, had a terrible accident, and is completely destroyed. So it is illusion. The soul is different. And this illusion has captured everyone in this material world. And we are functioning based on illusion. So Prabhupada is saying that even great personality like Mahatma Gandhi, he considered to be a great person. And President Kennedy, America. We're talking about even the politicians. What about the philosophers? Philosophers who are studying the Vedas and thinking that one has become also Krishna. What about that? We forget about the mundane, the materialistic people. What about the philosophers? Those who are studying the scriptures and still thinking that I, God, I have become God, and now I want to merge into God. It's illusion. Illusion is very deep, and we shouldn't be surprised about that because that is what the Brahma created to help us exist in the material world. For a living entity to exist, we need illusion. So Brahma very kindly, mercifully, he created this. Otherwise, how would a soul, if one is materially placed, if one is materially placed, and that position is taken away by time or by our karma, it's a miserable life. It's a miserable life. So we can feel that. But because we are covered, not to see our previous life, not to see the soul, we can comfortably exist in a body that a person who have been eating sweet rice, a gulab jamun, would be comfortable eating stew. It's illusion. And everything is going on under this spell. It's illusion. So Upanishad and our acharyas, they are mentioning, they are exposing us to the reality so we can understand. The third defect is the cheating propensity. Everyone has the propensity to cheat others. Although a person is fool, number one, he poses himself as very intelligent. Although it is already pointed out that he is an illusion and makes mistakes. Always. Always. He will make mistake always. One illusion always. Until one becomes a liberated pure soul. Until then, one is always a fool and will always make mistakes. Still, he will theorize, I think this is this, I think this is this, but he does not even know his own position. He writes books of philosophy, although he is defective. That is his disease. That is cheating. And this is cheating mentality. It is very, very, very subtle. So much so subtle that we don't even realize that we're doing. I'm talking to us as devotees. It's very common for a devotee to say, Prabhu, I need, just give me 10 minutes. I want to see you for 10 minutes. I'm going to take you 1 hour. What is that? Is that transcendental or cheating? I'm asking for 10 minutes, but I know very well I'm going to take 1 hour from you. In 10 minutes, you go to 1 hour. This is cheating. But we don't see it. We are so covered over that we don't see that it is cheating. But it is cheating. And it should not be practiced by devotees. So, making mistakes, illusion, cheating, and the last one is imperfect senses. We are very proud of our eyes. Often, someone will challenge, can you show me God? But do you have the eyes to see God? You will never see if you haven't the eyes. If immediately the room becomes dark, you cannot even see your hands. So what power do you have to see? We cannot therefore expect knowledge better for these imperfect senses. With all these deficiencies in conditional life, we cannot give perfect knowledge to anyone. No, are we ourselves perfect? Therefore, we accept the Vedas as they are. You may call the Vedas Hindu, but Hindu is a foreign name. Veda is not Hindu. We are not Hindus. Our real identification is Varnashram. Varnashram denote the followers of the Vedas, those who accept the human society in 8 divisions of Varna and Ashram. Yes. The divisions of society are Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. Brahmana refers to the very intelligent class of men, those who know what is Brahman. Similarly, the Kshatriyas, the administrative group, are the next intelligent class of men. Then the Vaishyas, the mercantile group. The natural classifications are found everywhere. That is true. Varnasam exists everywhere, in all this, just like our body. Just the body we have. If you look at our body, or if you look at the society, you will see that these 4 divisions of Varna is there. They are people who, the moment you give them anything, even the scripture, Isopanishad, if you give them about Gita, today is a Gita Jayanti, you give someone about Gita, you give someone Isopanishad, the first thing the person would think is how much a book like this will cost. That is natural. It is not somebody who is going to appoint somebody to be a Brahmana, a Kshatriya, a Vaishya, or Sudra. It is already there, naturally in our body. It is naturally in our character, in our behavior. There are some people who, whatever they see, they're going to think in terms of money. They will see like that. They're not going to say anything beyond that. And there's some people who immediately will give them Bhagavad Gita. You're going to say, oh, today is the Advent Gita. It's an important day. It's a wonderful day. The Gita, Krishna gave us the scripture to help us get free from material, to disentangle ourselves. They immediately will take advantage of that. They are Brahmanas. And a Kshatriya, yes, a Kshatriya will try to learn all about Gita. It involves a knowledge. I will know how to do our duty. A Kshatriya will know that. He will understand in that way. While a Shudra will have nothing to do with it. Give him Bhagavad Gita, give him Isopanishad, will not have anything to do with it. The only thing that concerns him is, if it will fill my belly, that way they will see. If it will fill my belly. Yes. This is the Vedic principle, and we accept it. Why? Vedic principle are accepted as axiomatic truth, for there cannot be any mistake. There cannot be any mistake. That's why we have to accept it. There's no mistake. That is acceptance. For instance, in India, cow dung is accepted as pure. And yet, the cow dung is the stool of an animal. In one place, you will find the Vedic injunction that if you touch stool, you have to take a bath immediately. But in another place, it is said that the stool of a cow is pure. If you smell cow dung in an impure place, that place becomes pure. With our ordinary sense, we can argue. This is contradictory. Actually, it is contradictory from the ordinary point of view, but it's not false. It is fact. In Calcutta, a very prominent scientist and doctor analyzed the cow dung and found that it contains all antiseptic properties. All antiseptic properties. Even today, that is also proven. That was before. At the present moment, not only in the past, at the present moment, it is now proven that it is antiseptic. It contains antiseptic properties. In India, if one tells another, you must do this, the other party may say, what do you mean? Is this a Vedic injunction that I have to follow you without any agreement? Vedic injunction cannot be interpreted, but ultimately, if you carefully study why these injunctions are there, you'll find that they are all correct. It is axiomatic truth. Why? Because it comes from Krishna. It is coming from Krishna. Anything from Krishna cannot have any defect. It is perfect and it's complete. And the Vedas or the yes, because the knowledge, the Vedas are coming from Krishna, Krishna's breath. So they are perfect and are complete. They have no mistakes, and they should be accepted as truth. It is like our mother. Our mother. The mother has a final say. Who is the father of the son? If one goes to the street to start making experiment, asking every single person in the street, are you my father, are you my son? The people will just see you as a crazy person. You will say there's something wrong. But if one simply asks the mother, who is my father? How long will it take? This is your father. Immediately, it will take some few minutes. That's the Vedas. They are perfect, they're complete, they can immediately guide us perfectly because they're coming from Krishna. So there is no question of experimenting. It has already been experimented. It is already settled. The version of the mother, for instance, has to be accepted as true. There is no other way. Immediately the mother will say. And even if you have the strength to ask everyone in the street, I'm not going to travel the whole world to ask everybody. And what duration of life do we have to be able to take us that time to go all over the world to ask who is our father? It is not possible to get any tangible information through that process. Therefore, the most authentic and bona fide way is the mother. That's the mother immediately should take. So the truth is, they guide us like the mother. Mm-hmm. Vedic knowledge is called Sabda Pramana. Sabda Pramana. Another name is Shruti. Shruti means that this knowledge has to be received simply by oral reception. Oral reception. The Vedas instruct that in order to understand transcendental knowledge, we have to hear from the authority. Transcendental knowledge is knowledge from beyond this universe. Within this universe is material knowledge. And beyond this universe is transcendental knowledge. We cannot even go to the end of the universe. So how can we go to a spiritual world? Thus, to acquire full knowledge is impossible. How do you get this knowledge? There are 3 ways to get this knowledge. 3 ways. There are 3 ways to get this knowledge. Three ways to get knowledge. Prataksha. Anumana and Sabda Pramana. Three ways. Of course, there are more than three ways. According to the Jiva Goswami, there are 10. Jiva Goswami gave 10. After this 10, the 3 is the best. So it is summarized to be this 3. After the 10, you have the 3 is most important. The screen is sorry. All right, we had the 3 processes of getting knowledge: Anumana, Prataksha, and Sabda. Prataksha means direct evidence. Direct evidence is not very good because our senses are not perfect. We are seeing the sun daily and it appears to us just like a small disk, but it is actually far, far larger than many planets. Of what value is seeing? Don't have eye to see. Okay, so can go now. Okay, I still have to listen. But this one is not showing. This is supposed to come out. I'm not seeing it. See the attempt. See, it's not coming. Okay. Okay. No, I want to come for a second. I wanted to mention this then. The Jiva Goswami gave. Has that come up? And suddenly Bhakti Maharaj mentioned it in his reflection on this Isopanishad. As it is not coming out here. Anyway, let's continue. They are not showing your screen. Show your screen. Let's see. I'll go from there. Shalik Prabhu, are you there? All right. Okay. Yes. Our characters are very merciful. Jiva Goswami gave 10. The Swami Bhakti Maharaj mentioned the 10 in his reflection from this Isopanishad. Now we are looking at the 3. So we look at the 3 a prominent one. The first mention here by Prabhupada is the pratyakṣa. It's direct evidence. Even from mundane experience, direct experience. What can our eyes see? What can our eyes see? Our eyes are defective. We already mentioned that we have imperfect senses. So what can our eyes see? And there's some people say, and seeing is believing. What can we see that we have to believe? And even the things that we see, what do we believe? What do we believe? Believing in something does not necessarily mean it is perfect. I believe that there is no place in the world like my village. That is my belief. Because that is what I have seen. There's no place like my village in this world. So what is the value of that? I believe. What is the value of my sin? What have I seen out of my village? that I will conclude that in my village, there's no place like my village in this world. That is my belief. It has nothing to do with reality. So whatever we believe in this material is useless, has no value, except if it's coming from the Vedas, or it is given by the guru, or from a guru, a devotee of Lord Krishna, who has been empowered by Krishna to present him. Except that our belief, our seeing capacity has no value. After all, so many accidents that happen on our roads every day. We don't have the eyes, we don't see. That is nonsense. Then there is anumana, inductive knowledge. It may be like this, hypothesis. For instance, the one theory says it may be like this, it may be like that. But that is not science. That is a suggestion. And it is also not perfect. But if you receive the knowledge from the authoritative sources, that is perfect. You receive a program guide from the radio station authorities. You accept it. You don't deny it. You don't have to make an experiment because it is received from authoritative sources. Yes. So also this anumana is defective. It's not perfect. Protection is not perfect. Anumana is not perfect because they're all defective. They're coming from imperfect senses, imperfect sources. A misery cannot produce happiness. That is a fact. Even if you increase the misery, it does not produce, it does not mature into happiness. It will make someone become, either someone die or you become insane if there's too much suffering. So that does not bring perfection. Vedic knowledge is called Sabda Brahmana. Another name is Sruti. Yes, Sruti means that this knowledge has to be received simply by oral reception. The Vedas instruct that in order to understand transcendental knowledge, we have to hear from the authority. Transcendental knowledge is knowledge from beyond this universe. Within this universe is material. And beyond this universe is transcendental knowledge. We cannot even go to the end of the universe. So how can we go to the spiritual? Thus, to acquire full knowledge is impossible. Yes. To acquire knowledge is impossible. It is not possible. Therefore, the most perfect, bona fide process is Sabda Brahman. The bona fide process which has no defect, which has no mistake. Yes. So we settle on Sabta, Brahman. Bona fide is perfect and authoritative because it comes from the perfect representative of Krishna. Hare Krishna. Can you hear me?
Yes, Maharaj.
Yeah, we
Okay.
can hear you, Maharaj.
Okay. Is it making sense?
Yes, Maharaj. It's making a lot of sense.
Okay. Thank you. Take it after.
Later.
Okay, so you continue. Introduction is very. Can you open the that note? Then yes, this one.
What you want? You want me to change?
No, open it. I want to get the whole thing. Yes. Okay, thank you. Okay, I have what I was looking for. Yes. 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 So difficult to- Yes. What is so what are we?
Our knowledge of subject Brahman.
Where are we?
Shabda Pranam. Shabda Praman.
Mana.
Sabda. The Sabda. So we say that is the most authentic one because in this we don't need any experiment that depends on our senses. We don't need any speculation or the authority is not coming from our senses or imperfect is coming directly from Krishna. If your sound, therefore Shruti. Shruti means that this knowledge has to be received by oral reception. That is so. That is the Vedas. There is a sky, the spiritual sky. There is another nature, which is beyond manifestation and non-manifestation. But how will you know? There is a sky where the planet and the inhabitants are eternal. What machine, what instrument we have that will help us to understand that? That is not possible. So all our chariots, the emphasis, they accepted the process of hearing from authority. The process of hearing from authority is bona fide and accepted by all the chariots. Therefore, this Krishna consciousness movement is completely authorized in Vedic research. The Bhagavad Gita Krishna said, the actual aim of Vedic research is to find out Krishna. The Brahma Samhita also said that Krishna Govinda has innumerable forms, but they are all one. They are not like our forms, which are fallible. This form is infallible. My form has a beginning, but his form has no beginning. It's unknown. So I think this is the whole just in the introduction. I'd like to ask if yes, 3 minutes left. Are there any comment? Salika, could you carry well, you are familiar with the subject?
Yes,
Comments?
Maharaj.
Anyone? A question? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Maharaj. Ragamika Bhakti, Salomai, and Steady. If you have any questions, you can have.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, please. Hare Krishna Maharaj, Dandavat pranams.
Thank you.
Please, earlier on, it became clear that Vedic knowledge should be accepted without questioning. How can we be sure that what we are accepting is correct and the person coming from him to we can accept it without questioning? Wouldn't that make us rubber stamp devotees without asking anything? Hare Krishna Prabhu Maharaj.
Yeah, we accept it because it's coming from Krishna. It's not coming from imperfect person. If it is coming from conditional soul, we cannot accept it because it cannot be perfect. We already mentioned that the conditional soul has 4 defects. The Krishna does not have 4 defects. And the Shruti also does not have 4 defects. Because both of them are outside the jurisdiction of Maya. Therefore, we accept because of authority. That's authority. And we also accept because all the Acharya before us, they accepted the same process and they explain it in detail. Because they are pure representatives of Krishna. So we follow their footsteps. That's intelligence. Just like we already mentioned, authority of the Shruti is like that, like our mother. The mother is the only authority that can tell us exactly who is our father. Because
Organic Bhakti, is it clear?
Yes, please, Prabhu.
cannot do it by
The
experiment,
network
cannot do it
was
just by
very
seeing,
poor, so
by
I didn't
hearing
hear.
the mother.
It's okay.
So
My network is so poor. It's just breaking. I hardly hear anything.
It's okay. You can listen to the video on the YouTube later on if you miss any part of it. I've sent the link
Yes,
to
please,
the.
Prabhu.
Okay, I think my right network also is. Maharaj is no longer here. So we'll wait for like another few minutes and see whether Maharaj comes back. It's almost end of the. Today's class is actually just 1 hour because Maharaj has been 1 hour waiting while we're doing Bhakti bye-bye due to communication.
So tomorrow it will start 10:30 Ghana time.
Yes, tomorrow to be 10:30. Maharaj is back. There you go.
the network, I couldn't hear.
Yeah, network is.
I couldn't hear you.
Yes, Maharaj. No, I was just reminding the student that tomorrow they should remind us to join by 10:30 Ghana time.
Okay. And Mataji was asking a question.
Yes,
Yeah.
he was asking the timing for tomorrow. So
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you. So we'll meet tomorrow.
Okay, Maharaj. Thank you very
Hare
much.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
To the whole
I'm
party.
listening to Maharaj notification. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare
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 Rama.
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Patitanam Bhagavatam Vaishnava. Bhakti Damodara Swami Maharaj. Yeah.
Jai.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.